Hey guys, what's going on? So today we're just gonna paint a rifle real quick. I got a little 18 inch AR that I built out a while ago, and I always like to just add just like a simple spray paint job, nothing crazy. I'm not really much of like a guy to have stuff Cerakoted and stuff, at least rifle wise, because it's gonna get used anyway. But I think adding a coat of spray paint just to kind of help it blend in a little bit and also just protect the rifle and stuff like that, I think should be pretty cool. So I've done one in the past. It came out pretty decent. I don't go too deep into it, but I thought I'd show you guys how I do it today and kind of walk you through the process. So this is the rifle here. It's just a little Aero Precision build with just some Magpul stuff. Got a primary arms 1 to 6 there on the top, and not too much goes into this really. We have just some masking tape here, and then I have just 3 different colors. This is the Rust-Oleum spray paint. This stuff's pretty cool because it's all like super satin and kind of like a matte finish. So we have a couple different colors here, and we're kind of just going to work off that. As far as tape goes, just obviously like you don't want anything to get inside the barrel, so whether you actually cover the entire flash hider or just put tape inside, that one's important. And then any type of like numbers or anything on the optic that you might want to see later, you can tape those off. And obviously inside your magazine well, you don't want like the bottom of your bolt getting painted or anything like that. But I didn't notice any issues as far as leaving the dust cover closed. Seemed like everything worked out pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and tape this up and go from there. All right, so we got this thing taped up. I just kind of taped off some of the numbers as far as like the, what is that, reticle illumination, a couple hash marks. I filled the insides of the scope caps just with like paper towel and some masking tape, and then I went ahead and just kind of like wiped down the rifle, made sure I got all the grease off, obviously made sure the end of the barrel is not going to get any paint in there. And now we're going to kind of figure out our pattern. I think we're going to go for something kind of tiger stripe-esque. I don't really know. We're going to see how it turns out, but we're going to start just by spraying the whole thing with a base coat, and then once that's done, we're going to go ahead and work in there with the stencils that we're going to kind of cut ourselves with a masking tape. All right, we just finished our base coat of brown. Probably going to hit it just one more time just because this is kind of the main color of the rifle other than where the stripes are going to be. And I'll probably flip it over, make sure we didn't miss anywhere. And then we're going to get to taping. All right, here's the first set of stripes. So we're going to go ahead and paint with our little bit darker color. And then we'll finish up with some smaller stripes, and that'll be our lightest coat of the rifle. All right, so we got that second coat on, which is more of like a mossy green. And if you can help it, you want to just kind of focus your spraying like to right where the stripe is. That way you do kind of get a little bit of like bleed off, at least that's still brown. And then we're going to go in last with just kind of smaller stripes over those same areas, and we're going to spray that with a light tan. All right, so it is tomorrow now. We've let the paint kind of cure all night long. It's been sitting outside in the sun, and now we're gonna go through the peeling process. It's important to just take your time with this and not rush it too fast, just to make sure your lines kind of stay how they need to. But I'm gonna go ahead and just go through, peel all this off one by one, expose our stripe colors, and then I'll check back in with you guys in a sec. So all said and done, wasn't too bad. Left it overnight, so I guess a little more than a one-day project, but you could probably use a hairdryer or something if you didn't want to just let it cure naturally. Only problem we really had was I think when we put some the tape on a couple areas, it pulled a little bit of the original paint off, but luckily my lower was already tan underneath, so I don't think it looks that bad. And it's going to get beat up anyway, so we'll just paint it again in the future. The only thing I'd say is the first time you shoot, you're going to have a little bit of burn off, especially on the barrel from the gun getting hot. But after the first time, you really won't do that again after that. And then I'm probably going to leave this thing just out here for a day or so, or maybe put it in the bushes in my backyard because it just kind of has that paint smell. And once it kind of sits outside for a while, that'll kind of go away. But overall, super happy with how it came out. If you guys liked the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.